We're talking about knowledge of the future in movies. YouTube channel, Easter Egg Psychic. Alright, so if you watch a lot of movies, you might notice that the exact same props will crop up in different films and TV series. This is especially true in the past. I'll point out here an example that you can see in two movies from the 1960s that deal with the subject of time travel. And I recently did some videos on Beyond the Time Barrier 1960. This cast included Robert Clark, Darlene Tompkins, Ariane Arden, Vladimir Sokolov, Stephen Bacassi, John Van Dreulen, and Red Morgan. So in this, a pilot tests out an experimental space plane, and due to some unforeseen circumstances, he winds up being transported to the future year, which happens to be 2024. Recently, I looked at the Time Machine 1960. So scanning through this, the exact same gun prop is present in both films. Alright, so if you want to see this, fast forward to about 13 minutes into Beyond the Time Barrier. So Air Force pilot Bill Allison is captured by the future society, knocked out and then revived in their lair, a futuristic city called the Citadel. And he awakens under a glass dome cloche. And you can see here there's some type of cannon pointed at him. I will assume this is a beam weapon or laser cannon. Alright, so in the time machine, fast forward to about 1 hour, 11 minutes. When the time traveler George arrives in the future, he finds that humanity has divided into two main groups, the Eloi and the Morlocks. The Eloi are somewhat like grazing farm animals. Their population is kept and maintained by the Morlocks, who reside underground. George later makes a startling discovery about the true nature of the relationship of these two divergent groups. So the time traveler wants to know the story about what happened to humanity in the interim period. He encounters the Eloi, and they show him an area where records are kept and remnant technology that existed in the previous time prior to the total change of their society. So in this room, you will see several interesting things, and among them is apparently the exact same laser cannon prop that is in Beyond the Time Barrier. This is very significant in my analysis because in Beyond the Time Barrier, the future year given is 2024. That's this year in the real world. I've observed looking at films that wherever a movie gives a future time period or specific date or year, especially from the distant past, you'll often find elements in that movie that were in fact predictive about that year. The big takeaway here is the Time Machine 1960 may in fact show some key revelations about this year, 2024 as well. My YouTube channel is Easter Egg Psychic. There I go back, I look at movies and television from the past. I analyze these for possible references to future media. These may appear in the form of anecdotes, idioms, anagrams, hidden in the subtext of the work in question. I also use an unconventional method where I look at the likenesses of the actors. And what I found is you can take the likenesses, match these up to some of the anecdotal items, and show past, present, and future information about actors and other personalities who may resemble the personalities in the movie or television episode that you're watching. My email contact is eastereggguy, that's GUY, @yahoo.com. Thanks for watching.